everyone, my name is Judith and Martinez and I'm going to discuss about the channel relationship and the arm's length relationship. Channel relationships are defined in terms of interrelated concepts such as power, dependence, control, etc. Channel partnership are strategic collaborations between organizations that can potentially provide reciprocal value for both organizations. Members in the distribution channel must contribute to create and manage mutually beneficial relationship. The relationship among channel members depends on the amount of shared activities. They may share a single activity or a large number of complex activities. There are three types of channel relationships: the arm's length relationship, cooperative relationship, and integrated relationship. So, the arm's length relationship is a loose relationship among companies that result from low investment and trust. This occurs during transactions with low or no expectation of repeat or future transaction. The benefits of it is it fulfills a one-time or unique need and low involvement or risk. And the hazards of it is the parties unable to develop relationships and low trust level.
Hello everyone, my name is Angelica Llona and I am here to report the integrated relationship and cooperative relationship. So what is integrated relationship? Integrated relationship is a relationship between company that is tightly connected with link processes across and between firm boundaries and high levels of trust and inter-firm commitment. Because integration is essentially a process of enhancing the knowledge and resources available to each individual organizational unit, it stands to reason that those newly available resources may be used to alleviate crisis. The left hand in an integrated environment always understands what the right hand is doing and may adjust accordingly. Teams not only avoid operating at cross purposes but also receive new insight into their position as a whole. One of the uniqueness of integrated relationship is that they are closely bonded relationship and explicitly defined relationship. But this integrated relationship is also need a high capital investment and in any failure could affect any channel member. Next is cooperative relationship. Cooperative relationship is a relationship between companies that takes the form of informal partnership with moderate levels of trust and information sharing as needed to further each company's goals. The fact that it exists and functions for the benefits of its patron members is its main advantage. At the same time, because members are also owners, they have the financial stake in the cooperative success, which encourage them to provide it their full support and patronage. Cooperative members also have a say in how the organization is run, and it provides the services that they want within the confines of majority rules. These benefits, which tend to bind patrons to the company by making them full partners, aid in the development of the predictable volume of business. Cooperative relationship is a formal contract without capital investment or long-term commitment. It also called a happy medium, but some parties may need more relationship definition.
Good day, everyone. My name is Clarise Juliana Guzman, and today I am going to explain to you the channel relationship synergy, which composed of three parts, and these are channel leadership, conflict, and partnering. The first category that I'm going to discuss on channel relationship synergy is the channel power, control, and leadership. So what is channel power? Channel power is the capacity of a particular marketing channel member to control or influence the behavior of other channel member due to its relatively strong position in the market. That is why each one channel member has the capacity to influence the behavior of other members of the distribution channel. So now, what are the uses of channel power? The uses of channel power is that the channel members are dependent on each other. The power equation between them keep them working together. The extent on dependencies defines their power base, which is appropriate. And there are five basically type of power bases, which are the coercive power, reward power, legitimate power, expert power, and referent power that I'm going to discuss later. Coercion. Coercion power is the threat of punishment for non-performance. It means that the manufacturer threatens to terminate the relationship with other channel partners or withdraw the resources that are deployed with them. With this power, the manufacturer can dominate the others and keep them under his control. But the negative side of it is that the channel partners may lose their faith in the manufacturer and may enter into inter-conflicts. Reward. Reward power is a kind of channel power that is an incentive for good performance. So this is basically the complete opposite of coercion because the manufacturer provides several additional benefits to the intermediaries with the intention to motivate them to perform certain activities as required. And this power is very useful since it brings out the maximum efforts from each channel member, but this may sometimes be negative as the channel partners may always seek for the benefits as they are required to do some other activity. Legitimacy. Legitimacy arising out of a contract. So, this is where the manufacturer reminds the channel partner to carry out their activities in accordance with the contract they have entered into at the time they became the channel partners. And the manufacturer may find it convenient to keep a check on the channel partner in terms of their signed agreement. But sometimes, the partners may feel humiliated of it because of the continuous reminder for the code of conduct. Expert. Expert is a kind of channel power that is specialized knowledge. Expert power in manufacturing, the manufacturer has the expertise that he transfers to the channel partners. And once they acquired it, the power of expertise reduces. Thus, the manufacturer should focus on creating the new expertise, thereby keeping the channel partners updated with the day-to-day operations. And the manufacturer uses this power to retain the interest among the channel partners to work. But the intermediaries may not feel learned to any new things apart from what they have learned. Reference. Reference is a kind of power that benefit of sheer association with a strong company. So, the manufacturer should develop its image in such a way that intermediaries must feel proud to be associated with it. And the manufacturer with the influential image can get varied options with regard to the channel partners. But if the manufacturer is weak, then the intermediaries may not like to get associated with it because that might spoil or destroy their market image. Control. Control is a situation that occurs when one marketing channel member intentionally affects another member's behavior. It means that it refers to the actual impact that a channel member achieves on one associated channel's member beliefs, attitude, and behavior. Leadership. Leadership has a so-called member which is channel leader or channel captain. This is a member of marketing channel that exercises the authority or power over the activities of other members. So the impact of channel leadership behavior can be defined as an activities carried out by a channel member to influence the marketing policies and strategies of other channel members for the purpose of controlling various aspects of channel operations. Um, so why does channel leadership is important? Channel leadership is important because channels usually perform better if a party is in charge by providing some level of leadership. Essentially, the purpose of channel leadership is to coordinate the goals and efforts of channel institutions. So the second category of channel relationship synergy that I'm going to discuss is about the conflict. Channel conflict. Channel conflict is a clash of goals and methods between distribution channel members. Channel conflict occurs when there are differences between two or more channel partners, where one partner's activities or operations affect the business. And as we all know, every manufacturing company need to plan its distribution and marketing channel appropriately so that they can they can ensure the market captivity and customer satisfaction along with growth and profitability. So in conclusion to this, any clash or any problems and disturbances among the channel partners can be considered as the channel conflict. And in addition to that, there are also types of channel conflicts, which are the vertical, horizontal, intertype, and multi-channel conflict that I would discuss later. Vertical conflicts. Vertical conflict is one that occurs between two different types of members in a channel. And vertical conflicts occurs due to the difference in goals and objectives due to the poor communication of the two different types of members in a channel. Sometimes it is because of the lack in role clarity and overdependence. Horizontal conflict. Horizontal conflict is one that occurs between organizations of the same type. So, horizontal conflicts are the conflicts between the channel members at the same level, or for example, two or more retailers or two or more franchisees, etc. So, these are the conflicts that can offer some positive benefits to the consumer. And the competition or a price between two dealers or retailers can be in favor of the consumers. Intertype conflict. Intertype conflict is the discord among members of different types at the same level of a marketing channel. Um, Intertype conflict occurs when the intermediaries dealing in a particular product starts trading outside their normal product range. So the best example of this are the department store, convenience store, and the markets. Multi-channel conflict. Multi-channel conflict occurs when a manufacturer has established two or more channels that compete against each other in selling to the same market. So, multi-channel conflict occurs when the manufacturer uses a dual distribution strategy. For example, the manufacturer uses two or more channel arrangements to reach the same market. because manufacturers can sell directly through their exclusive outlets, and this act can affect the business of other channels selling manufacturer brands. And manufacturers can bypass the wholesalers and sell directly to the large retailers. That is why conflict becomes more intense in this case because the large retailers can enjoy more customer and the profit due to the offering more variety and still economical prices, which is possible due to a volume purchase. Conflicts may occur if channel members 1. May have conflicting goals, 2. Fail to fulfill expectation of other channels, 3. Have ideological differences, and the last is have different perceptions of reality. So in conclusion to this, channel conflict is normal because conflict is the opposition, disagreement, or discord among the organizations that can somehow help the organization to be better. And conflict is needed so that the companies or the business may have a positive effect in the existing system that is more timely and their performance can be maximized. And it can also keep the other channel members so that they would know their place by knowing some decline in their performance that could lead to a change in the channel arrangement. So yeah, conflicts is not undesirable, is not always undesirable, but it is always helps us to make some more understanding to each other differences that could lead to a further success and a best performance. So the third category in channel relationship synergy that I'm going to discuss is about channel partnering. Channel partnering. So what is channel partnering? Channel partnering is the joint effort of all channel members to create a supply chain that serves customers and creates a competitive advantage. So a channel partner is a kind of person or organization that provides services or sells products on a behalf of a software, hardware, networking, or cloud service vendor. And there is also known as value-added resellers. So this is one of the channel partners. The VAR or the value added reseller is the model that has been existed for decades, and VARs emerged in the 1970s as a mini computer resellers but have been established themselves in networking. So yeah, in channel partnering, channel partners often work together to access a broader range of technologies, expand geographic or vertical market coverage, and extend the range of services they provide. So the relationship between a value-added resellers and a distributor is one of the example of a channel sale partnership.
Good day everyone, my name is Clark Steven L. Dioso, and I'm going to discuss the important decisions in the channels and distributions within the global market. In this modern age, companies are now trending towards global markets for profit maximization and increased sales revenue. Global marketing is defined as marketing on a global scale. Of course, global marketing is not only about selling your product or service globally. It is also about the full process of planning, creating, positioning, and promoting your products in a global market. Taking a business globally can provide your business a lot of opportunities for growth and development. This is why there's a lot of businesses that venture out to go international. With trade barriers being relaxed and the spread of free trade agreements increasing in European and Asian countries, companies are now willing to expand their sales in other countries as well. Aside from these tax agreements, many foreign countries in today's world offer massive tax reductions and are more relaxed in terms of market regulations in order to help companies who are looking to expand abroad. This caused an increase in the number of organizations expanding their operations overseas in the recent years. Following below are the most important decisions in channels and distributions in global markets. The first one is understanding the target market. It is important for the executives to understand their target market in terms of cultural, legal, and economic aspects. Understanding your target market helps your company to develop effective marketing communication strategies. Research must be carried out to uncover the needs and motivation of your audience and the factors influencing their buying behavior. Finding out what your customer really wants will help you improve your products and services to meet their needs. Factors such as gender, age, income levels, race, education, religion, marital status, and geographic locations are important in understanding your target market. Consumers that fall into these groups tend to value the same products and services, which is why narrowing down these segments is one of the most important factors in understanding your target market. The second one is identify optimum channel of distribution. It is extremely critical to identify the right channel for routing the products to consumers. Direct selling will be cheaper and safer options initially in a new geographic location than setting up a new cool new store. Selecting the channel of distribution can directly impact the success of a company. The executives must choose the type of channel that will work best with their business and customers. They should also choose the type of channel that will develop their market.
Good day everyone, I'm Luzelle Beatriz Pili, the next reporter, and I'll be discussing the last four most important channel and distribution decisions in global markets. Support market entry by committing money, managers, and proven marketing ideas. To retain strategic control, multinationals must commit adequate corporate resources. This is especially true during market entry when corporations are least certain about their prospects in new countries. Traditionally, multinationals have demonstrated commitment by sending in technical and sales personnel or offering training to distributor employees. Such support is good, of course, but more experienced corporations now go further and do things earlier. In markets regarded as strategically important, they've started to take minority equity stakes in autonomous distribution companies. Although this increases exposure without achieving control, it opens the door to cooperative marketing based on shared information, thus increasing the advantage and effectiveness of both the multinational and the local partner. Sometimes multinationals invest in distributors in ways that don't lead to co-ownership but demonstrate solid commitments to the relationship. Treat the local distributors as long-term partners, not temporary market entry vehicles. Structure the relationships so that distributors become marketing partners willing to invest in long-term market development. One traditional way of doing this is to grant national exclusivity to a distributor, although such an agreement can become unproductive if conflicts of interest arise. Once entry is established, a more effective solution is to create an agreement with strong incentives for appropriate goals, such as customer acquisition or new product sales. Even with such a contract, a distributor might simply decide not to sell back the rights and might well be backed up in the local courts. Additionally, Under a short-term agreement, a local distributor doesn't have much incentive to undertake long-term business development. Make sure distributors provide you with detailed market and financial performance data. A multinational's ability to exploit its competitive advantages in an emerging market depends heavily on the quality of information it obtains from the market. In many countries, the distribution organizations are the only sources of such information. A contract with a distributor must therefore require detailed market and financial performance data. Not having this data can lead to serious problems. A global leader in hydraulic components, for example, did not know that its Hong Kong distributor was achieving almost half its sales revenues within mainland China, nor that the products were being sold for about half of their Hong Kong price. When the multinational acquired the Hong Kong business and established a subsidiary, it also found itself saddled with a demand for drastic price reductions in Hong Kong, an active parallel importing problem, and discontented customers in China complaining about the lack of service support. Support market entry by committing money, managers, and proven marketing ideas. To retain strategic control, multinationals must commit adequate corporate resources. This is especially true during market entry when corporations are least certain about their prospects in new countries. Traditionally, multinationals have demonstrated commitment by sending in technical and sales personnel or offering training to distributor employees. Such support is good, of course, but more experienced corporations now go further and do things earlier. In markets regarded as strategically important, they've started to take minority equity stakes in autonomous distribution companies. Although this increases exposure without achieving control, it opens the door to cooperative marketing based on shared information, thus increasing the advantage and effectiveness of both the multinational and the local partner. Sometimes multinationals invest in distributors in ways that don't lead to co-ownership but demonstrate solid commitments to the relationship.
Good day everyone, I am Regine Flores, and to further discuss about the lesson, let's identify the special problems and opportunities associated with the distribution and service organizations. So, let's start with the challenges. The first one is increasing competition. Competition is a fact of business life. In fact, as a general rule, the higher the level of competition, the more demand there is for the product or service that has inspired the level of competition. Increasingly, efficient logistics systems allow manufacturers to sell more goods directly to end users, bypassing distributors. Plus, consolidation in many manufacturing sectors has produced large manufacturers with national distribution systems. Success is not achieved by ignoring your competitors, but rather by anticipating competitive issues and influences, so you can always have a proactive plan and strategy for staying ahead of your competition. The second challenge is ensuring product and customer profitability. Profits are derived from customers via sales and distribution channels, but few organizations validly report profit and loss statements for each customer. What explains this? So the main challenge with distribution is the distance it puts between you and your customers. By adding an intermediary, you're also increasing the amount of time it takes for your product to reach the buyer. It's also harder to establish brand loyalty when you are not interacting directly with your customers. So as a company, you have to make sure to distribute your product or service well. Another thing is that companies should remember that how important is their customer satisfaction. Measuring customer profitability is crucially important for continued business success because it helps determine whether certain customers are hosting or costing you money rather than making you money. These findings can help shape and shift your business strategy to keep your initiatives and goals aligned. The third and the final challenge is the product life cycle. Products have a limited life and thus every product has a life cycle. Product sales pass through distinct stages, each of which possess different challenges or problems to the distribution and service organizations. An example of this is varying market conditions. The market conditions may vary from place to place, and the same product life cycle may not be suitable for every market. Another one is inapplicable to every product. Some services like mobile network and product software keeps on updating frequently from time to time. In line with this, because sales of products eventually decline, a firm must be good at developing new products to replace aging ones.
Hi everyone, I am Elizabeth B. Villapando, and I will be discussing the topic about the opportunities associated with distribution and service organizations. Information technology is defined as the activity of using computers and other electronic equipment. There are changes from time to time, so our information technology is always improving or upgrading. So technology can enhance services or even take over a certain task. The technologies that enable digital transformation can have a big impact on how services are delivered and on the customer experience. Information technology is defined as the activity of using computers and other electronic equipment to store and send information. There are changes from time to time, so the information technology is always upgrading or improving. This can enhance services or even take over a certain task. The technologies that enable digital transformation can have a big impact on how services are delivered and also on the customer's experience. First opportunity is the information technology advancement. Technological advancement in inventory tracking and management can offer a meaningful boost to your company. For example, by scanning the barcodes, the warehouse management system can easily track the physical location of the inventory throughout the warehouse. It may include using automated materials handling system or a set of different devices such as check-in tools, sorters, conveyors, stackers, unloading machines, trolleys, etc. that used to convey inventory and automatically place it in bins for later retrieval. Warehouse management system also schedule dock personnel for loading and unloading according to anticipated traffic volumes. Let's proceed to the second opportunity, which is the enhanced order management systems. Order management system process includes all the activities involved in taking, processing, receiving, and fulfilling a customer order. The process starts with creating new orders, establishing or updating the customer accounts, inventory-related activities such as checking, maintaining availability, packaging, and shipping. Online interfaces enable customer to place order online, receive confirmations and shipping information, and can also track the shipments. When the customer order are received and fulfilled, order are automatically generated to suppliers so that the inventory can be replenished. Financial system capture order information and automatically generate account receivable and payable entries. A good order management system may increase customer satisfaction and enhance your cash flows and profitability. Let's proceed to opportunities number 3, shifting financing arrangement. Financing arrangement is the funding agreement between your company and the third parties, defining the terms and conditions of the funds borrowed by your company. Most distributors have a large investment in their inventory, which may be financed through a working capital line of credit with the financial institution. While interest rates have been at record lows, in recent years, interest rate risk is beginning to attract more attention. Companies are weighing options to mitigate or reduce interest rate risk by securing longer-term debt for permanent working capital needs or fixed capital. Those challenges and opportunities on a regular basis is a smart approach to assess company performance. It provides companies with a better view of where they're headed and how they can succeed in the future.